Hello everybody, thank you for joining today on Into the Paranormal Realms. I'm your host, the one and only Curtis Eli Freeman. So, what is the topic today? It is the Black Eyed Kids. Now, I've been getting a lot of messages and comments that people wanted me to, do an episode of the Black Eyed Kids. So, here we go. So I'm going to explain to you a little bit on what the Black Eyed Kids actually are, or is. The Black Eyed Kids is basically, I would say a hybrid, me personally, between human and aliens. They basically, they're young kids between ages of like 6 and 14. They say they have huge black eyes, pale skin, long, usually gray, white hair. They talk in a very monotone voice. Very scary. They always look down. They always dress in hooded clothing. Some of the reports are saying that they always dress in outdated clothing back in the 1800s, which coincides because they said the first case ever reported was back in 1880. The most known case reported was from Brian Bethel in 1996. Now his case was what really set the Black Eyed Kids in the public view. What it was he was sitting in a parking lot outside a movie theater paying his cable bill. What he was doing was he was writing a check. And as he was writing a check, 3 kids walked up to his car, knocked on the door and said, "Mister, please let us in." Now, he didn't know who they was. He didn't know what they want or anything. He goes, "Well, what do you want? You want money? What is it?" He goes, "No." The Black Eyed Kids go, "No, we need to go home to get money to come back and see the movie." He goes, "What movie?" He goes, and they go, "Mortal Kombat." So he looked at his watch and he realized Mortal Kombat is the last movie playing, and it's been playing for over an hour. By the time he takes those kids home and come back, Mortal Kombat will be over. So he goes, "No, I'm not going to do that. No, thank you." The kids kept persisting. "Mister, please let us in. Please let us in." He was like, "I'm not letting you in." And they go, "We're not going to hurt you. Please let us in. Why are you scared?" And they were saying that, and he realized that his hand was slowly moving over to the door handle to open the door. He then grabbed his hand, not knowing why his hand was moving without him consciously doing it. So he says once that happened, the kid literally looked up and he was able to see into the kid's eyes. And it was pitch black, as long as the other 2 kids that were there. Now the kid that was at the window, he said, was the dominant one. He was the one talking. But he said there was the female looking one that was standing behind him that was more aggressive looking. And that's when he realized that there was something wrong. The other kid still had his head down. He was a smaller kid. So he decided to drive and get out of there. But what he did was he went and took that story and published it. And that brought the Black Eyed Kids into the limelight. But a lot of people criticized him, saying that he was crazy. He probably just saw a couple of kids that were sick. He was like, "No, I know what I saw." A lot of other people joined him and was like, "Hey, we see the same thing. These kids are trying to get into our homes and our cars, and we keep saying no because they scare us." So another case was this correctional officer, a big guy, big correctional officer, was at home, and I believe he was lifting weights in the back, and all of a sudden there was pounding at the door. So he jumped up and went to look at the door and see who was there, and he saw 3 kids. He said, but these kids looked like they just came out of the 1800s. They had weathered, old-fashioned clothes, and their hair was dirty, and they just looked sick. And the kid, he asked, "What do you want?" And the kid says, "Please, sir, let us in. We need to use the phone." But the thing was, they didn't say phone, they said telegram. He said that what struck him was when he said, when the kid said we need to use the telegraph, he said that struck his nerve because he goes, who says telegraph? Nobody uses that word anymore, telegraph. He goes, if you need to use the phone, you say, I need to use the phone. So the kid kept knocking and knocking, and the other kid, he said, was staring at the doorbell like he didn't know what it was. He was wondering what it was. He said the look on his face was so, like, when you look at something and you're trying to figure out how does it work, he said that's what was on that kid's face. So he goes, sir, please let us in. And the correctional officer says, you need to leave now. And the kid replied, he says, sir, we're not going to hurt you. Why are you afraid? That's when he felt the fear of God. And he said that he went back and grabbed his gun. He said he feels ashamed saying that, but he goes, you know it's bad when you're so scared of a kid, you got to go grab a gun. So he went back and grabbed a gun. By the time he came back, the kids were gone. But they wasn't gone. What the kids did is they went around the sides and they started banging on the walls and the windows. And a guy called the cops. And again, the cops showed up. The cops asked, well, where are the kids? He goes, I don't know. I never opened the door. He goes, I went back and grabbed my gun, and the kids were not in the front no more, but they was on the sides of my house, banging on the walls and the windows. So when the cops showed up, they wasn't there, but they got footprints of the kids walking around the house. There was another case where a lady was in her apartment. She lived on the 3rd floor. She was, doing whatever in her apartment, and then she heard knocking from her bedroom. So she went in her bedroom, and in her bedroom she has a sliding balcony door that leads to a balcony. And she said when she went to her bedroom, she saw 3 kids looking into her bedroom from the balcony door, her sliding door. She goes, it scared her because there was no stairs to the balcony. She lived on the 3rd level. There was no way those kids could have got up there. So she asked the kids, what are they doing, or what do you want? And the kids go, can you let us in? We're cold. We need to call our mom. She goes, no, it's the middle of summertime. How are you cold? And they go, please let us in. Please let us in. We need to call our mom. She goes, I'm not letting you in. And again they go, why are you scared? We promise we will not hurt you. So she called the cops. And by the time the cops got there, the kids are gone. The cops go, well, where'd they go? And she said, that's not what I'm worried about. What I'm worried about is how did they get up there? There's no stairs. Now the other thing was, he said to the cops, they had pale skin, pitch black eyes, and they were wearing tethered clothes. So this is not just a one-time thing. This is a reoccurring thing, and it's happening over and over and over. So, I mean, there's cases coming from Portland, Oregon, Alabama. You got Carolina. So you got Alaska. I mean, it's crazy. Florida. They're happening everywhere. You know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot of cases that hasn't been published, but there are cases that has. The ones that has is the ones that actually made it out there. But I mean, if you look on YouTube, you find them all over the place. But in all honesty, if you ask me, Curtis, what do you think? I'm gonna be like, well, you know what? I think that there is something out there that we haven't seen or fully understand yet. I think that there was some sort of hibernation going on, where aliens and humans are harboring and mixing genes with each other, and creating some sort of, alien kids or whatever. They call them black-eyed kids. I mean, who knows? I mean, who knows what the government's doing? The government can be behind it. You know what I mean? I mean, look at Plum Island, the Montauk Project. Splicing genes with these dead animals washing up on shore on Plum Island, looking like a half a dog and a half a pig, and then canine teeth. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, to me, I I can't say something doesn't exist because the world is too big for me to say it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? The possibilities for something to exist out here is too high. It's too high. So it's like you ask me, do I believe in Bigfoot? I believe that there is something involved that we have not seen or discovered or understand. So I'd like to hear your comments. You know, yeah, leave me a comment right below this video, and you know, tell me what you think about the Black Eyed Kids. I think, like I said, there's a lot more to it than what we really know about. I even got people asking me, do I think there's some sort of dimensional being that's parallel to our universe? Could be. Very possibility. You know, it's just like saying, Curtis, do you believe in ghosts? I mean, you all know I'm a ghost hunter. I've seen it. I felt it. I witnessed it. It's on my YouTube channel. I had a ghost tell me to get out. He didn't like me because I was a dominant person in that room. So, I mean, it's a very, very interesting topic, and I'd like to know what you guys think about it. So leave me an email at intothe_paranormalrealm@gmail.com. You'll see the link below. Find me on Facebook. You'll see the link below. And also, leave me a comment below the video. I'd love to know what you guys think about it. If you got a certain topic you want me to talk about, hit me up. Leave me a comment or hit me up on Facebook or email me. I'll read through it. I think it's legit. I think it's good. I'll put it on. Alright? Be good. Stay out of the paranormal realms. Be safe. Love you all. Till next time.